Remember, goalkeepers, for more excellent training videos and advice, take action. Hit the subscribe button.
Morning, goalkeepers. You join me here on a November, very, very fresh, typical goalkeeping weather. Good news is the sun's shining. Okay, on today's tutorial, what we're going to be teaching, I'm going to be showing you a drill about the provision, okay, and how to receive and play this short pass very quickly. Now, distribution is a big part of your game now, because statistically in a game, at any level, you touch the ball 3 times with your feet to once with your hands. So any of you goalkeepers have been in that situation where you get the ball, you take a touch, your left back's calling you, your right back's calling you, and you start to panic. Parents are shouting out, fans are shouting out, and you start to panic and become erratic, and you've got no time. You get closed down, and you end up probably just going long or putting the ball out of play. Does that sound like someone? Well, let's see if we can fix that.
Set the player, set the player. Good, good.
So what we need to do as keepers, we need to be self-aware. We need to be thinking about what we're doing moments before we receive that pass. And then, of course, if we're thinking moments before making the pass, the decision to make the pass should become easier. But let's have a look. Okay, so today we're going to execute the short pass as a goalkeeper. That pass when you're under pressure, keep in possession. We don't always want to go long or go out of play because it's not efficient. We want to keep that possession. So how do we deal with when the left back's being charged down from the winger and you need that ball, he plays you the ball? How do you deal with not going long? How do you keep this? How do you improve yourself, your qualities in going short?
Play!
So in a situation, a lot of this is psychological decision making. We need to think quickly. What we do psychologically, physically, is going to help us technically because it's going to give us more time. So under that severe pressure, we're keeping the ball short. We don't want to get the ball short and then get caught. So a lot of goalkeepers do this. It's come under the pressure that where it's called tunnel thinking. We're only looking at the ball. We don't realise what's going on 180 degrees. Okay? So that 180 degrees, so if I stand centre, can I see what's going on from this left hand to that right hand while we play? So if we look at things from a whole, what we're doing that is watch my head, what I do. Okay, just watch my head. So I've assessed there's trouble. I've come in to make myself available for the pass, but before I do, I come in, watch. Yes, picked it up, and I've moved it. So did you notice the quick before I called it, before I called possession of the ball? Number 1, I assessed my defenders in trouble. Number 2, I took up the correct position. Number 3, the head changed very quickly to make myself aware. What am I going to do when I get that ball?
No 180 turn, set the next player. Good, no 180 turn, set the next player. Good. Good, keep that ball on the floor, discipline. Good. Find your distances.
I've made myself available. I've checked, played. What's the next move? The next move is I have to then make myself available in space in case I get the ball returned. So we have to think 2-3 passes in front as well as before. So for example there, we're in trouble. There, look, yep, ball goes, yep, yes, out to ball, and it goes long. So straight away, we've moved the ball very quickly. Now my defender's got no option because no one else has took the second option up. I've made myself available, the ball comes back, we're not going to overcook the pass, we just go long.
No 180 turn, set the next player, find your space, find your distances. Look at the time. Keep the ball moving. No 180 turns. Set the player. Set the player. Good. Good. Find your space. Think about the next 2 passes. Good. When you complete your pass, when you touch the ball, sprint into the purple cone. Yes? Then recover and make yourself available for the next pass. You cannot go to the same cone as the previous goalkeeper. So now while you're playing, you have to really have 180 degrees provision here and look at what the players are doing. So for example, if Regan passes and touches this purple cone here, you cannot go to that same cone on your next pass. Okay? No 180 turns, set. Let's play. Good. Format the player who plays the ball. So you can't just look at the ball, you're looking at where the player and what direction he goes to. Those left standing should be covering the void, filling the void of the position, the space. Okay, on that time there you just went once, let the player drift and you tried to go to the same cone. Read it, think 2-3 passes in front please. It would help if we talked a bit louder. Dominance, presence. Play! Can we keep the quality? Can we keep the quality? No 180 turns, set the player. The quicker we sprint back in and recover. Quality, Mitchell. Hey, first time play. Space will give you time. Evidently, you need to be looking at that next pass, the receivership. Yes, space will give you time. You're playing too short when players are crossing. When the player goes to touch a purple cone, he's acting like a centre forward closing down the space. So why would you play back in that danger space? You have to turn out. So the next receiver has to find the space. Yes? Because what you're doing at the moment is you're playing, I've got players running and jumping over the ball. That would be loss of possession. So you need to be thinking about that space and how you turn it out. Receiver needs to be dictating that by calling. So if the striker's run into space and we read that and we see it, prevent the opportunity, tell him to turn out and play the other way. Okay? Play! Quality on the ball. No 180 turns. Just set the pass for the next lad. Good. Quality of the pass. Good.
Because we've become consistent with what we're doing, what we're going to do now is exercise the decision to go long. So positional play, still good, the short pass, the quick movement of the ball, keeping the opposition moving, the pitch is moving, okay? Keeping us very, very hard to be marked or to lose possession. Now, when I say play, whoever's in possession of the ball will get it out of their feet and just drive the ball into the goal, testing the goalkeeper. Now that will be a signal of you getting the pass back. Nothing's on short, so we're going to go long. So let's have a look, see how we get on.
Now, a few things you want to look out for in this video. Don't just focus on the movement of the ball. Look at the goalkeeper's positioning. Look at the movement.
Reshape.
Look at the technique as they play. Look at the head shape, hand shape and leg shape.
Play!
To really develop, we must understand the principles of what is the goalkeeper doing whilst in possession and what is the goalkeeper doing whilst not in possession.
Yourself closer than 10 yards, you're taking away the space and the time. So what you're doing is taking away the decision on your technique. So if you've come in to help Bobby in a short pass and I'm the opposition, by me closing you down there, I've now closed player and space, therefore taking you two out the game and the next opportunity.
Play! Play! Excellent. Play!
So we've become consistent with the pass. Decision making is looking good in the way we look at before we play. We're looking at what other options are on, so when the ball comes in we know we can move the ball first time without taking an extra touch. Now, without taking that touch, that preparation we do psychologically is so important, it's imperative, because it gives you time on the ball. It gives you more time, it keeps options and opportunities open.
Play! Play!
we need to do as keepers is we need to be self-aware. We need to be thinking about what we're doing moments before we receive that pass. And then, of course, if we're thinking moments before making the pass, the decision to make the pass should become easier. Essentially, what we're going to do is I'm going to take it back to the basic decision of the pass, just in case some of you struggle with the floor pass, which we call the wall pass. So, the defender doesn't want the ball bouncing into his feet or at knee height. He needs to get that ball under control really fast. Now, the best way to do that is to keep the ball on the floor, and this is how you do it. The position of the foot should be, if we can, so the ball hits the centre. We're looking for the ankle to approach the centre. So that way, if we ever do get it slightly wrong, we've got the biggest surface of the foot, the surrounding area, still to complete the pass. Again. The non-kicking foot has to be beside the ball. Okay, we're looking for 4 to 5 inches maybe, at the very most. So there. Then we're looking to apply the biggest part of the foot being the side. As the ankle meets the ball there, we've got a good space, plenty of distance there on the foot to complete the pass. Ball gets placed down, the non-kicking foot, 3 to 4 inches beside the ball. Your kicking foot, make sure the ankle is centre. So from that angle, there, the knee slightly over the top of the ball. There, chin on your chest, and use your hands to gravitate and coordinate your weight. This will help your coordination and balance. So let's take a few more, let's have another look.
Look at my physical application here. Look at the way I use my arms to maintain the coordination and body weight balance to execute the perfect pass. Look how I apply the non-kicking foot, the standing foot, gently 4 inches beside the ball, while the biggest part of my foot follows through, kicking centre of the ball. My top tip here is look how much I dramatise my kicking foot to come back over my standing foot to complete the perfect delivery.
Thank you for watching, guys. Fantastic. Thank you for all the support worldwide. Remember to like and subscribe and let me know what you want to see next.